morning, friends. It is the May-long weekend of 2024, and we're about to head out for another single Malton Maps trip. Like we've had for the past few years, we've got a new member with us. We can't seem to keep people, you know, they come on one trip and don't come back again, so I don't know what happens when they have to ride in the boat with Evan, but they don't stick around long. So we got a new member, he's in the back. His name is little Henry Hank. Hey Henry, come on, pay attention, man. This year for our trip, we are going back to Cedar again. It's going to be a pretty short trip because of having the dog with us on his first adventure. We're going through Cedar up to, I believe it's Hurdman, just a couple portages to get in there. A few more portages on day 2 over to the Kishkaduck Lakes. Then we head down into Carl Wilson for a night and back out through Cedar. So this trip, in terms of length, should be a little bit shorter than normal, but with the dog, it might be quite the adventure.
We're here again. Hopefully it's open, the Brent office. I need to see a guy about a horse. Oh yeah, she's open. You excited, Henry? Hey?
Let's smell all the good things.
You excited? What about you, Ryan?
I'm still waking up.
All right, let's go see that horse. We are at the Brent put in again. That's 3 trips in a row. We are excited. We've never been up to Herdman, never stayed on Carl Wilson, and there's quite a few sites we want to see on this trip. We're gonna go take Henry for a walk right now, stretch his legs, get him tired out, and try and find that boxcar we couldn't find last summer. There's the Kishkaduck Lodge again today on Cedar. Plus later on today, we're gonna travel north of Herdman and try and find an old ranger cabin. And then more sites to see tomorrow. We'll keep you updated as we go.
Was it nice? Did you like it?
Yeah, they're not, the whole lake is not spectacular sites. I mean, finding spectacular sites, but these are quite nice.
The weather's gorgeous. It's 23 degrees and the black flies are out. I don't think they're biting much, but you could probably see them buzzing around my head. Loading up the bags, we'll go for a walk and then we'll hit the lake. She's reasonably calm right now.
Quick update. Usually at some point during the trip I get injured or sore. But this time, starting the trip off with a knee injury. So that's probably gonna have some complaints later on.
How is it, Henry? Henry! You excited? Let's go for a walk.
This boxcar is elusive. Even with the GPS, we're struggling to locate it. It looks like there's a bit of a clearing up here, so the guys may have found it, but not. I was expecting it to be super easy to find. You would think a boxcar is pretty big, it'd be easy to locate, but so far not the case. We're thinking it may be somewhere in this zone or region, but still I don't hear them yelling out that they found it, so I'm not sure.
So we walked past the boxcar on the road, which is off to our left, and we came back in the backside. And there's a couple stone foundations. There's one here and one just back over there where Rich is. I can see the boxcar now. We're just trying to bushwhack our way through, and Henry's making it hard because he's bringing a big stick with him. Here, go over, boy. There, good boy. Go over, boy. Good boy.
After all this time, we finally located the boxcar, and it is deep in here. I mean, it's honestly not that deep, but deep enough that it's so covered you cannot even see it from the road. And as much as we said there might be an easier way to get out from here, I'm not convinced. It's awful mucky, but we've got an old boxcar in the woods. Pretty neat. It's hard to see much in here in the dark. I was just gonna say I probably wouldn't give that a go, but no.
I just broke the weld right off it.
It's one of the neat things about Algonquin Park is it has so much history with the railroad and logging that you can see some things that are a little bit different than most parks.
I wonder if I can climb this ladder.
I think probably give it a go after your last.
It seems pretty solid.
So if you're on the road, I would estimate that the boxcar is probably about right here. I think I can kind of see it. But if you're just walking by without the map, without knowing it's there, you're never going to see it. So if you do want to take a look at it, I would recommend GPS. Check out Maps by Jeff. He's got it marked on his map. Could be interesting. First bit of paddling footage of the season. You can see over the top of my right shoulder that we've got the 360 camera going for the first time. Hopefully it gets us some cool footage. Evan's got the dog in the boat for the first paddle with the pup. So far, I mean, he looked like it was going to be a wild time when he was pushing off. The dog was basically trying to ride on his shoulders, jumping up on him. I can understand, a little bit nervous, but now, at least from back here, it looks like he's still right in Evan's feet, which might be a little bit frustrating for him, but he looks relatively calm, just looking out at the water. So hopefully that's a sign of good things to come, and he'll become a reliable adventure partner for us. The water is pretty calm for a lake this size right now. Unfortunately, as always, we're kicking up a bit of headwind. Today should not be too difficult. We've got a decent amount of paddling to do, but only less than 200 meters of portaging, split between, I believe, 3 portages. Unfortunately, for some of our viewers that love to watch Ryan and I get lost and confused on the lakes because we don't have a map, we brought our own map on this trip. So as long as we can figure out how to read it, which I'm reasonably confident we can, should have no missteps on not knowing which direction we're heading.
Henry hasn't been in the canoe much, so this is going to be a big test for him. So far he's wedged between my knees. He's doing okay, getting dripped on a bit, but I think by the end of the trip he'll be more comfortable in the canoe. That's the hope, at least, because you're just learning, boy. You're just learning.
At the car parking lot, we ran into a few different people that recognized us from the channel. One group came all the way up here from Pittsburgh, so quite the little trek, which makes you really appreciate how nice it is for us in Ontario to have a big park like this that we can enjoy. Thanks for saying hi and letting us know you appreciate our videos. Yeah, it means a lot to us. Thanks. We also ran into another gentleman. Hopefully I don't get this wrong. I believe it was Mr. Hurd. He let us know that he was taking a look at our videos too, and that it's a pretty good resource for people that are trying to check out sites or different routes and stuff like that. And that's truly the reason that we started making these videos. Yeah, so Mr. Hurd, thanks again for you as well for saying hi to us. We like talking to people. It's a pretty good time.
It might be hard to tell on camera, but this is the bay where the Tecumseh Lake Portage is. There's a big island right here, and we're still headed down to the Northern Narrows where it goes into Little Cedar Lake without a portage. Henry's doing okay in the boat. A little bit of whining. He likes to drink over the side, which is fine as long as he doesn't step up and over. He's ventured up into this cavity once and then whined because he wanted back. All things considered, not a bad first rip.
We're just talking about, I believe it's pronounced Kishkaduck Lodge. The map indicates that it opened in 1927 and closed in 1975. That it was a camping lodge, but at the end of its life, it operated as an outfitter for the park. And apparently there's still some standing buildings, some collapsed buildings, a big fireplace, and I think I read something, I think it said a rail bed, a boat launch on rails leading to the lake. We're going to try and take a look at that and see what's there. Give the dog a chance to get out of the boat for a second. He is absolutely losing his mind right now, from what I can hear. Giving the old whine whistle. Sounds like he's having a good time. Is it just because we're right here and you can see it? You're good, bud.
Yeah, so you want to come this way because there's a metal ruins right here.
Metal ruins in the water.
How's that, boy? Oh, the bugs are bad.
Oh, you can see some of the tracks or whatever right underneath us. There's a couple more wheels. What's up, buddy? Apparently the guys have been here before. I didn't know that. So my first time, we're gonna try and find a chimney in the woods, which they better be able to lead me right to since they've been here. Oh, just spiked myself with this tree. Skewered myself. All right, is this the root cellar? It looks like somebody lit it on fire. A lot of old metal.
Sit.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's chimney time. That's pretty cool. Little chimney in the woods. It's crazy that it's crushed this bad. Yeah, you can see a lot of spikes on the logs, which these spikes probably wouldn't do too much damage. They're not sharp, but again, I don't want to ever hurt myself on a trip, but day one before you've even done anything is not the time. Old brick. I don't know why it's so neat to see these things, but I really enjoy it. Apparently, Evan went into the basement. I'm not sure that's... Oh yeah, I guess you could get in there. There's not a lot to really see. So I'm probably not gonna waste my time risking injuring myself, but an old Labatt bottle with the, what do they call it, a short neck bottle or something? I just made that up. Stubby is the other bottle, but I don't know what that size is called. Kind of neat. Oh, see the Labatt branding on it. All kinds of metal and stuff around here.
Seen a lot of buckets in Algonquin. They all have holes in them though.
Hole in my bucket.
Dear Liza, dear Liza.
Hole in my bucket.
That's a good bucket.
There's another holy bucket. For religious buckets. Like I said, no reasoning for it, but I find that that's a really cool thing about Algonquin is that there's so much, there goes my glasses. There's so much different history that you can see all kinds of different artifacts and things from the past. It makes it for a little bit different than a regular camping trip. I think this is an old Pepsi can. Got it upside down maybe? Pepsi. That's kind of neat. It's a kind of mushroom. We were discussing it. We've landed on those being morel mushrooms, but that's something we're gonna have to look into when we get back. Maybe you can help us if you know what they are. But morel is what we're thinking. We're by no means fungi experts. Maybe it's based on wind conditions. Maybe it's location. Maybe we're a few days too late. But the black flies are wicked. Just pounding my, I was gonna say hairline, but that doesn't exist. Pounding my hat line. Ryan and I are now gonna do a quick circle of the island that's just, I guess, a bit north of Kishkaduck. It's marked on the map that there was an old cottage there and that there's still remains of a chimney standing. It's elevated. It's really got me wondering what the cottage would have looked like when it was there. So there should be a portage on our left up here into Bug Lake. Straight ahead, it appears on the map there's almost like a stream or a creek kind of thing. I guess a creek would be the right term. Just a real small narrows that's going to take us into Oralee. Go to the right, Ryan. You can. We're about to run into another big flat rock. This is kind of neat, big rock shelves, but it actually has a pretty decent current going on. Yeah, low water, you could be hiking this.
Not now, boy. I'm in the zone. Just a bit of current coming through here, and it's reasonably shallow. Trying to stay in the deepest parts and stay moving. That's a big smile.
We've got this bridge here for the rail bed, which I think we have to go under. I'm sure you can probably see that in the video, 1921. There's a deadhead on the left and the right, so you kind of got to split them. Yeah, I don't know, part of an old bridge system maybe or something. I've never been in a tunnel like this. Ooh, it echoes cool. Caw-caw! Thunderbird! Hey. Doesn't like the old echo. He wants to hear his bark echo? What do you think, bud?
It's okay, boy. It's okay. Relax. No. No, don't go on that log. So we are approaching the first portage of the trip. So it's a bit of a crossroads here. So right here is the portage into Laurel. You can see the big hills around Laurel. Beautiful lake. Big campsite right in the middle on an island. To the right here is the first portage of I think 3 that'll take you up into Herdman. Is that a bullfrog? You hear a bullfrog? Come on, Daddy, lift you. Any? Oh boy.
So we're on the first of the portages into Herdman. This is giving us a reading of 180. I think it's marked on the map as a 130, so that's really just the difference of a couple steps, to be honest. It is quite rocky, which is normal anytime that you're staying that close to the water and you're kind of portaging around a bit of a rapid. In this case, the water's flowing through there at I guess a decent speed, but nothing too serious. It's just too many boulders to get around. So this gets you an idea, I guess, sort of what the terrain is like right near the start and the end, or I guess closer to the water. It's a lot of boulders. Never looks as crazy on camera. It doesn't give you the depth feel properly. Boulder City.
All right, so it was 130, 140 portage. There's this little bit of creek in between, and you can see up here there's a bit of a rapid. Black flies are hammering us right now. That put in was gross. It's deep, it was rocky. We had to load up precariously and then hand bomb Henry in. And Henry doesn't like that we're on the water and the boys aren't yet. So in about 2 minutes, we're gonna get to the next portage. Let's see what happens. Henry, it's okay, they're coming. We're not losing them. Not a very big obstacle, but might be too big of a pain with Henry. So we are going to do the portage. Well, that was a pain just for 45 meters. And I don't know how this guy managed it, but there is a single shoe. So somebody's got only one left shoe on. I'm coming, Henry. I just carried the boat over, tied Henry to a tree, made room for the guys to start their lift, and then we're gonna come back for the second load here. Good boy. Good boy.
Suitcase.
Good boy.
Stinky.
Excellent job. Good job, Henry.
That's all the white paint that you see on my boat. Okay, friends. Whew. In terms of portages, not bad. Nice and short. In terms of bugs, absolutely brutal. So it tells us that there is a 10-meter portage up here. And when I see 10 meter, I'm thinking, how bad could it be that we can't get through 10 meters?
I'll let you guys go. If you guys can get through, I'll try.
Whole bunch of rocks in here. Definitely gotta get out of the boat for it. They're nice and slippery. Oh wow, that's chilly but almost refreshing. I think we can probably pull right around this.
We should be getting on to Herdman here. I don't think it's a very big lake. It's long and skinny, split into two sections. So we're gonna check out the campsite on the bottom section, the southern section. If it's really good, we might stay. If it's mediocre, we will probably push on. And that's the backside of that really nice hill on Laurel. Beautiful country. So that is the entirety of the southern portion of Herdman. So we're just gonna go check out this campsite right here. Looks to be fairly open, red pine, but we want something with a breeze tonight. The bugs might get bad. Not a horrible site. A couple nice tent pads, evenly spaced trees, good for hammocks. Small body of water, not a lot of wind. Bugs are fairly bad. So we're gonna push on to the north end of Herdman. It's a bigger part of the lake. Hopefully it's a little windier and the bugs are not as oppressive.
Okay, so we stopped to eat lunch on that site on Herdman. Did I get it right? You got that right. There's water, not a lot of wind. Nice little site. That's my Evan impression. This looks like a bit of a tricky pull around. Oh, there's some jagged ones too. It's not as tricky as it looked, but
we are now on the main body of Herdman, and quite steep hills on both sides. Neat little lake. Campsite should be on the eastern shore, somewhere further down. So we'll paddle down there, take a look at that. If it's absolutely horrible, we will turn around and go back the way we came. We're almost home for the night, Henry. What are your thoughts? Okay, good. Strong silent type.
Coming up to the north site on Herdman, and the sign has been there so long, I thought it was a portage because it's essentially yellow. It's not orange anymore. I don't know if you can see that on the video. I barely even need to pull up on it to know that that doesn't look like a fun time. It's got a beach though. All right, so I'm giving it a bad rap because it's got some blueberries growing. They're flower stage right now, but they're getting ready for summer. But and it's, I mean, if you had a tent, it's got a clearing, you could make it work. I don't know. Are you in love, Ryan?
Not really.
We're not in love. Ryan and I aren't ready to pop the question on this site. Yeah, I don't know. It's not terrible. It looked a lot worse from the water, but we'll let the boss make the final call.
Oh, there's a bit of a sand beach, Henry.
Come here, boss man. What do you think?
You want to stay here?
I was given this site the seal of disapproval on the way over, and then we got up here and there's no bugs and
I like it.
it's not terrible.
Got a sand beach.
I
Can play. Our beautiful sunny day is threatening rain. I think it might even be rain on the horizon there. But it got really dark, wind kicked up, bit of thunder. Looks like rain's coming. I quickly put up the tent for Henry and I. The boys are in the woods hanging up hammocks. And I think we should get a tarp up and start battening down the hatches.
don't really want to set up my hammock right across the Thunderbox trail. Just makes it pretty inconvenient. But I think I found a nice little zone from this tree right over to here. My hammock's got a pretty good span, so I should be able to make that work. We kind of made I don't know, the people we were talking to, a lot of people have been mentioning that they'd like a little bit more of sort of, not a campsite review, but they like the campsite footage, you know, they watch the video as a resource to plan their own trip, so they like to see the campsites, what we think about them, kind of the good and bad. We try to make a little bit of a promise to ourselves. We try and do a better job for you guys to film some of this stuff, so here we go. I usually keep my bag underneath my hammock. If it rains, it'll stay dry, but I'm close by to my stuff. Sometimes I will, if it's really rainy, throw it under our tarp setup, and you'll see that next. So what we've got over here, we've got a big mess of rope holding up this. This is a newer tarp, so it's quite big. Might not necessarily work in all the spots we end up in, but today there was a lot of bugs, so we got the bug net set up underneath there in case we need to escape the mosquitoes. We've got Ryan. He found a spot for his hammock here. So fire pit, a couple benches. We've got the chair set up. If we head back this way, we've got a little bit of a clothesline going on. And then over here is Evan's tent. So as you guys know, normally we don't have a tent on board, but with the dog, Evan's got a tent. So he might be a tent camper again. He's not overly excited about the tent and being on the ground, but
Up, sit, down, down, down.
I kind of have it looped back in on itself, so.
Yep. That's the money shot.
We were just having a conversation about the flexible skewers. They're pretty good for this purpose. I'm sure you could use them fine for just regular at-home use, but they work really nice for packing up for camping. This might not look as good on camera, but we got the twice baked potato oozing apart, and then underneath it's the marinated shredded beef. There were supposed to be mushrooms, but somebody forgot to get them. Thanks a lot, Rich. A tiny bit of a rainbow.
Just it, these two bags. Camping with Henry.
Henry the dog goes camping. Other highlights.
His name is Henry. Middle name
Thunderbird. Henry Thunderbird
Bryden.
You gave me
Gagne?
your last name?
Gagne?
Yeah, it's probably. Anyways, last time we came to this access point, why do I always play with my hat as soon as I turn the camera on? It's like every video. I can't stop myself. He decided that even though he's an old man, he's still going to play rugby with young guys that are bigger, faster, stronger than him.
Maybe younger.
And I don't know what he did. Pinched a nerve in your back?
Pinched ulnar nerve.
And he's been doing a lot of complaining on the drive up, so maybe he'll do a little complaint video later. He tries to keep it quiet off camera so that he doesn't look like a whiner, but he's soft. Has he got an ear infection or something, or is he just bonkers?
He just doesn't like the fuck.
Look at these.
Only took me 3 years to replace him.
Yeah, the nice thing is Evan's been wearing a pair of pants that had the side ripped out of them for about 3 years now. They were only held in place by his belt. Took his belt off, pants just fell in half. So, new pair of pants. It's a pretty big day. Do a video with a little bit of product placement. Give us a wave! Thunderbird. Oh, Evan's trying to do it. He's got the head cam on. He told me, he yelled at me and said, you're gonna have to do a lot of filming because I guess it looked to me like the dog was being pretty calm in the boat, but having somebody who's not sitting still in a boat can be a little nerve-wracking, and he's not quite used to it yet, so.
Sit. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, you a little wet? You got doinked in the head a couple times by the kayak paddle until you figured it out. That's a good spot for you right there. Get your whole section to yourself.
2 loons going off like a loon, loon, loon. Not really sure how to make the sound of a loon. What sound does a loon make? Is that the loon? Hey, I've never been here at all. I thought we were getting a new experience, and here the guys are going to things without me. It's gonna be like that time Evan didn't invite me to his wedding. But then a little bit of, I don't know. What's the history, but I was gonna say, like, I don't know what I was gonna say. I can't think of the word, but Ryan's right. You got the history piece where you can see a little bit of the past. Oh, there we go, playing with the hat again. Oh, just spiked myself with this tree.
Got that on camera.
Yeah. It's actually kind of a pretty view out the lake here. We've had a pretty good afternoon since we've been here. Thunderbird for you. Every time with the hat, can't even handle it. I know I'm gonna do it, and I still do it. Okay, GoPro, stop recording.